Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I came across a tagged video that I thought would be interesting to do, not only because I want to hear other people's opinions, but I feel like when you have such a strong opinion about a topic like this, that it's important, and it's important that you stick to what you believe. So on that note, question number 1, pro-life versus pro-choice. I'd like to think of myself as pro-life, but I think in this type of situation, it's not just a black and white subject. For instance, if a woman was raped, I believe that she has the choice. You know, a pro-life person, like a 100% pro-life person would say, you know, you could give up that baby for adoption. But I feel like if I was raped, I wouldn't want that reminder with me all day. I don't see it. It's hard to explain. I can't find my words, but pro-life versus pro-choice, I'm definitely more pro-life. I guess I'll just leave it at that. Next question is baby wearing. I really don't understand why baby wearing would be a controversial topic, but I'm for it. I mean, I don't wear Owen. He's normally in his car seat, or we'll put him in the cart, like for instance if we're grocery shopping or something. I just haven't gotten into that, and I don't know if I will, you know, maybe with the next baby. But if you want to baby wear, then baby wear. I know a couple of my friends love doing it, and it's that bonding connection you have with your child. I don't think that it'll take away from them learning how to walk. I don't believe that it will spoil them. It's just that connection that you have, and I have that connection without wearing Owen, so I really don't see a problem with it. Question number 3, to circumcise or not? This is a very controversial topic, and I've gotten into a lot of heated arguments with people about this. Bottom of the line is, I don't believe in circumcision. It's unnecessary. I would just suggest to do your research on it. There's no medical benefit for it. He's fine just the way he is. My son, we chose not to circumcise our son, Owen, and he's a perfectly healthy baby boy. There has been no infections. You just gotta clean. It's just a piece of skin. Like, I don't understand what the big deal is. I think it's more of a tradition in America, and actually we're basically the only country that does it. So again, just do your research, and to each their own. If you choose to circumcise, then, you know, that's your thing. I'm not going to judge you for what you've done with your child. If you want to circumcise, circumcise. And if not, then good for you. Just do your research before you decide to snip. Question number 4, adoption. I'm assuming this is, do you support adoption? And yes, I fully support adoption. I know a few of my friends who have adopted kids, and it's fantastic. Timmy and I actually want to adopt a child one day as well, so yes. Question number 5, baby piercings. I don't think there's anything wrong with a mother wanting to pierce her baby girl's ears. I do believe, however, it would be a lot more fun once the girl can talk to her mom and say, "Mommy, I want to get my ears pierced," and just make like a full-on girly girl day of it, and get, you know, her hair done, or whatever, you know, just make it like this huge deal, because it's an important decision. I think I don't know, like your baby girl's growing up. Just make a day out of it. And I really don't see a purpose in a baby wearing earrings anyway, when they're just gonna pull at it. I can be a guinea pig for that. Let me show you my ear. You see that long cut in my ear right there? It's on both of my ears, by the way. My mom told me when I was a baby, my hair would get caught in my earring, and I would pull and pull and pull. There you have it. You know, if my ears weren't pierced, I wouldn't have these long hole or long lines in my ears. I mean, it doesn't really bother me. I don't care. But I think just waiting and having your daughter say, "Mommy, I want to go get my ears pierced," is the better option. Question number 6, breast milk versus formula. I'm all for breastfeeding. More mama power to you if you can do it. I wish I could have done it longer. I did it for, 6 weeks with Owen. I was having an issue with my milk supply, and hopefully with my second baby I can go longer. My goal is to go 1 year of breastfeeding with my second baby, and I'm gonna make it happen, dang it. I don't see there's anything wrong with choosing formula over breastfeeding. Obviously breastfeeding is the more is the best option for your baby, all the nutrients and vitamins and that bonding experience that you'll have with your baby. However, if you choose not to breastfeed, you know, that's to each their own. If you're a mom and you don't want to breastfeed, then whatever. As long as your baby's not like starving to death and you're feeding your child and your baby's healthy, I don't see any problem with it. So I'm for both breastfeeding and formula. Question number 7, spanking. You know, I was spanked as a child and I don't really see anything wrong with that. However, I don't want spanking to be my first thing I go to. Like, I don't want that to be the automatic thing that happens to my child if he gets in trouble. I want that to be kind of a last resort thing. I'm not gonna sit there and like, oh honey, don't do that again, like that kind of thing. I see so many kids walking all over their parents because of that. And I think that, you know, as children, they need to be disciplined. That's how they're taught to respect others and respect your things at home, and just all out just respect. When they're a toddler, you do the timeout chair, and, you know, but a little pop on the butt is not gonna hurt the child. Now, if you're sitting there and you're like wailing on the kid, no, like that's not acceptable. But spanking, yes, that is acceptable in my eyes. Question number 8, co-sleeping. You know, I'm all for it if you choose to do it. For Timmy and I, it's just not an option. We sleep in weird positions and it's always changing, and I would be way too afraid that I would roll over my child and not know it and kill him. Also, I've heard way too many stories of babies suffocating in the pillows or getting wrapped in the sheets. It's just not for us. We're not co-sleeping parents. When Owen was first born, he did sleep in a bassinet right next to my side of the bed, but that was as far as I was going. I just can't see myself doing that unless, you know, the child's older and they're sick and they want to cuddle or whatever. Yes, co-sleep with your child. But for us, it was not gonna happen. Question number 9, public schooling versus homeschooling versus private schooling. For Timmy and I think we're deciding on private schooling. We haven't fully made a decision yet, but I think that's what we're more leaning towards. If anything, maybe the first few years of Owen's schooling years, put him in, I don't know if you can hear him, but he's talking, put him in public schooling first, and then once he gets older, put him in private schools. We're just doing research on it yet. We haven't fully decided, so I'm not going to say yes or no to any of them just quite yet. Homeschooling is not going to be an option for us, just most likely private. Number 10, vaccinations. With Timmy being a doctor, vaccinations was 100% our choice. And not only because he's a doctor, but because I believe in them as well. I think it's the best option for kids. It saves their lives. No, I do not believe it causes ADD or ADHD. I think that's a load of crap. It's the smarter decision for us, and if you choose not to vaccinate your kids, that's your opinion. I'm curious to know why you choose not to vaccinate your kids. But again, for us, yes, we do believe in vaccinating your children. Question 11, medicating your children. I try to go as natural as possible when it comes to medicating Owen. I have an amber necklace for him to wear for teething, and so far it's doing great. However, there are nights he was screaming in pain, and yes, I would use Orajel on his gums. I don't see there's any issue in that. My mom used to put whiskey on my gums, you know what I mean? I think that's more of an older thing, but some people do it these days, you never know. But as far as him like being sick, knock on wood, he has not gotten sick yet. But, you know, he has had a fever because of teething, and of course I gave him Tylenol. I want his fever to go down. So as far as medicating your children, I think it depends exactly what you're medicating for. I used to know a mom who would medicate her children to sleep, and I do not believe in that. I think that's ridiculous, and it's your part. It's like stepping into motherhood. You're not going to get sleep, so don't medicate your child to sleep, okay? Question number 12, cloth diapering versus disposables. I am not going to knock any mamas who use disposables at all, because the first 3 months of Owen's life, he was wearing disposables, and he still wears disposables at night. He wears them when we're on vacation. When I have cloth diapers in the wash, he wears disposables, so I'm not going to knock you for not doing cloth. I think cloth is an awesome option, but it's not for everybody. I started cloth diapering when Owen was about 3.5 months old, and I love it. I love all the designs. I love that it saves us money, it really doesn't bother me to clean them. And I actually enjoy cloth diapers. I never in a million years thought I would enjoy cloth diapering. I don't think I would have enjoyed it if it was just a piece of square cloth. But now diapers these days, they're so advanced. And if you are interested in cloth diapering, you should totally do it. It's worth it. So I'm for cloth diapering. I'm for disposables. As long as your baby has a clean butt and diaper rash free, you're doing good, Mama. Question number 13, the cry it out method. I believe it's okay when you can tell when your child is in pain or hungry versus when he doesn't want to go to bed or just wanting attention, just whining. Owen does whine a little bit before he goes to bed sometimes, and I'm not going to go and pick him up because it's bedtime and he needs to know that it's bedtime. And he's gotten a lot better because of that. However, 3 o'clock in the morning when he's screaming because he's hungry, I'm gonna go get him and feed him. It's a no-brainer for me. I think the cry it out method is not black and white. I think there's gray areas, and I think it depends on your child. You know your child best, and you know when to let him cry and when not to let him cry. So with all that being said, every mom knows what's best for their own child. Everyone has different opinions. That's what makes us unique. I hope you guys didn't get offended by what I said, and if you did, please don't get offended. It wasn't against you, it wasn't against what you're doing. This was a controversial parenting tag. It's gonna have some heated discussions, I know it is. I thought it would be fun to do, and if you guys wanna do it, go for it. Tag me so I can see what your opinions are. I would love to see everyone's opinions. If you liked this tag, give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you have any questions, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Give me that piece. You're like a cat. Playing with the doorstop, and you're playing with the screen doorstop.